The patient went from dead to running a marathon. Last week, some House Republicans pronounced the Senate plan dead on arrival. They said they'd never vote for it. And it took about a week for those deeply held convictions to turn out to be not so deep after all. It was TV opportunities and a photo op with the president. That's what they really wanted. That drama was over the easy part, building a skeleton. Now the rest of the body must be put together, which means more drama from the Kardashian caucus and more risk to your taxes. Joining us is someone who has seen this movie play out more times than he can count, former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Welcome, Mr. Speaker. Last week, the so-called fiscal hawks said they'd never vote for what they just voted for. How do you manage a group that rarely takes yes for an answer?
I'll tell you, the difference is President Donald Trump. It was interesting what those would say. They wanted to look their own way. And what that would have meant was Americans would have got a tax increase. But President Trump brought them into the Oval Office, talked to them, and lo and behold, they were able to pass the instructions for this reconciliation bill. Now the hard part begins, but you can't give President Trump enough credit. He's not only the president, he's now happened to be the speaker and run the House at the same time. But I've never seen a president stronger than this point in time in Congress.
Speaking of the speaker, let's hear from the man who succeeded you, and I'll ask you about it on the other side.
As you noted, this is our 100th day of the 119th Congress, and passing that budget resolution was a big milestone. It allows us to move one step closer to the one big beautiful bill that the president and all of us keep talking about. In this bill, we're going to cement so many of the promises we made on the campaign trail and check so many of the boxes of the America First agenda.
All right, Mr. Speaker, the skeleton is in place, but the body hadn't been put together. So what determines whether this winds up looking like Halle Berry or Quasimodo?
Look, I think it's going to turn out well. What it will mean is your current taxes will not go up, but the promises that President Trump had made, like overtime, you're not be taxed on tips, be able to the seniors, but also when it comes to the other states, the SALT provision. The president talked about modifying that as well. So you're going to find that this will help the economy be able to grow, get that put in permanently as it goes forward, but also on the other side, they could find some savings. And this part is important. Remember, in the Fiscal Responsibility Act, we were able to make savings of more than $2 trillion over 10 years. Now, that was with having a Democratic Senate and a Democratic president. This is a whole different world with having Republicans control the Senate and with President Trump. So they can get some savings, and they can look at more than just discretionary, and they can make the tax provisions, the savings there, permanent, make sure that no tax on tips, take care of the SALT provision, and look at for seniors on Social Security and others. I think this could be a win-win. It's never easy with those and a few in the House that can disrupt it, but the Speaker is right. Within 100 days to get this done was a big feat, and they deserve credit for getting that done.
All right, Speaker, you held every leadership position you can hold in the House. Whip, Majority Leader, Minority Leader, Speaker. You have members in districts where literally they cannot lose to a Democrat. No matter what they do, what they say, they cannot lose to a Democrat. And then you have those who have to explain every single vote, every single cut, every aspect of every bill. How do you bring those two camps together?
Well, you know, it's difficult at times, and they've got to understand if they don't work as a team, it's like Lincoln said, a house divided cannot stand. That's when they'll fall into the minority. This is a moment in time, if they work as a team, just what President Trump has been able to do. Every time President Trump has got behind a bill, it has passed. And remember, just a week ago, they couldn't even pass a rule, so they had to stop Congress that week. That's the days they don't need. Think as a team that they got to win seats in California and New York at the same time they have the most Republican seats in Louisiana or Texas. That doesn't get you a gavel, as you know. So what is the most conservative bill you can get passed that puts America in the strongest position that everybody can vote for?
You know, Speaker, what people don't know is you had the most beautiful raven black hair before you became Speaker. Being Speaker is what changed it. It is a really hard job, but You did it well, and I'm happy you're on the other side in private life with me and the rest of us. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thank you, Trey. But yours the hair and the hairstyle I always looked for. What would it be that week?
Who knows? You get a Ouija board. Speaker Kevin McCarthy, God bless you. We'll see you soon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.